course, New Orleans Square and Fair Country.
Welcome aboard. Tiki Birds.
Hello, folks. Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. We're now embarking on a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom, with stops at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland, followed by a visit to the Grand Canyon and Primeval World. We got a lot of traveling ahead of us, so remember, for a safe trip, you need to stay seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please, watch your children.
Bienvenidos a bordo del Disneyland Railroad. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
Hello, look at this baby.
Uh-oh. Did you folks hear that? Sounds to me like we've reached the wilds of Adventureland, where you just might run into a lot of savage critters out there, including lions and tigers and tiki birds. Everybody best be on the lookout. You never know just what may show up.
We are now approaching New Orleans Square Station, folks. This is going to be your stop for Jingle Cruise, Indiana Jones Adventure, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion Holiday, Splash Mountain, and so much more. Please remain seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop at South. For those of you staying with us, our next stop is going to be Toontown Depot at the Gateway to Fantasyland. Once again, folks, please remain seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop inside the station, and you either see myself or the front conductor step off of the train and onto the platform.
Hello. It's all the time you got. Oh, here's
Disneyland Limited, now leaving for a complete
That's what it means. People
around
are waiting
Walt
just to get on here. This guy had the right idea. I like the horn. One guy. Fiasco.
Maybe they're still.
There we go. Look, Goose Bear's Willow. Look at this.
Sorry, honey, sorry.
Ready? How do I look?
With your children, making sure the small ones whose feet can't touch the ground just yet are either seated in your laps or away from the openings by the steps. Our next stop is going to be Toontown Depot and the Gateway to Fantasyland.
You know, just try to get a tender one. I'll get here a little early. Just try to do that solo up. Then it takes the pressure off of you guys.
To those who just joined us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. To ensure a safe ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please, watch your kids.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
We're now entering Splash Mountain, where every day is a zippity-doo-dah day. If you look real hard, you'll just find your laughing place.
All gonna be closed. I know, yeah.
You can see around the corner too.
We're traveling along the rivers of America and into the the American frontier as it looked more than a century ago. This area is so rich with natural beauty and wildlife, you can see why the early settlers were inspired to move west. You're seeing this view just like many of them did, from the comfort of a genuine steam-powered train. When these iron horses first started crisscrossing the country in the 1800s, the time it took folks to reach the West dropped from months to a matter of days. But steam-powered trains are the dreams of a whole new generation as they settle this great frontier.
Our next stop is Kentucky Boat and the Gateway to Disneyland. This will be your stop for Roger up the start to spin, Jack and Jill Coaster, Pottermore Bobsled, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, It's a Small World, and so much more. Remain seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop inside the station and here. The conductor steps off the train and on the platform. 2 pounds post no later than 8 o'clock this evening in preparation for our fireworks spectacular Disneyland Forever at 9:11 right here from Small World. Your travel on the wheel, it's still next morning, so please find the point of this, folks. We are now approaching Kentucky Depot, folks. Please remain seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop inside the station, and you'll either see myself or the front conductor step off of the train and onto the platform. For those of you staying with us, our next stop is going to be Tomorrowland Station. Once again, folks, please remain seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop inside the station, and you'll either see making sure the small ones whose feet can't touch the ground just yet, or either seated in your lap, or away from the openings by the steps and behind the benches. Our next stop is going to be Tomorrowland Station.
I need that hat, right? It's all about the hat.
All aboard. It's like high at the end and here again.
You have any yet? No.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us on the Disneyland Railroad. For a safe ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please, watch your kids.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Y bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we steam on through Fantasyland, you may want to take one more look at the majestic Matterhorn Mountain and the happiest cruise that ever sailed. It's a small world.
I can still see
I'm just saying, like, this part?
Now we are approaching Tomorrowland, right? Tomorrowland.
Folks, ahead of us lies the future. Well, I guess we all know that. What I mean to say is, we're heading into Tomorrowland, where everything is possible. If you look overhead, you might catch a glimpse of a monorail. When Disneyland introduced the monorail back in 1959, it was the first daily operating monorail system in the entire Western Hemisphere. Winding below us is the Autopia, where drivers of all ages can get behind the wheel of a car, and no license is required. If you've ever wanted to become an astronaut, then you might want to stop at Space Mountain and Star Tours, where they got some newfangled flying spaceships that launch you into the deepest reaches of space. And you can ride them if you got the mind and the nerve. Well, folks, we're now arriving at Tomorrowland Station.
We are now approaching Tomorrowland Station, folks. This is going to be your stop for Hyperspace Mountain Starter, the adventures continue. Autopia, Finding Nemo Submarine Voyage, and so much more. Until the train comes to a full and complete stop inside the station, and riders will myself with the conductor step off of the train and onto the platform. So those of you staying with us, our next stop is going to be Fantasy Station with a flight detour through the Grand Canyon and the sides of the world. Once again, folks, please remain seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop inside the station, and riders will myself or the front conductor step off of the train and onto the tour through the Grand Canyon and the Primeval World. Feel free to take as many pictures as you want in a tunnel of minute, folks. Just be sure to turn off all flash photography, video lighting, and any light-up toys or souvenirs. Thank you.
No video lighting.
Makes no sense with the vintage Jeep trade.
To those joining us, welcome aboard.
Camo now.
The next leg of our journey will take us along the rim of the Grand Canyon. It's a mighty long drop to the
That was
canyon
great.
floor. So for your safety, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Be sure to watch your kids and no flash pictures, please.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Por favor, no tome fotografías con flash.
Sensor here, when the train goes quiet, it turns on. They did in the old days. Somebody told me that. I told him about the armadillo. And I said, those things burrowing in the ground, they'd never be open. Altitude. That was like a joke.
Right now, as we travel back in time, back to the fantastic primeval world, land of the dinosaurs.
Except for the guy told me that the little mosquito keeps going.
We're now steaming back to our own time and to Main Street Station, gateway to Disneyland. If you'll be leaving us here, stay in your seat till we come to a full stop. And remember to gather all your personal belongings, including the young'uns if you got any, and step carefully from the train. I'd especially like...
We are now approaching Main Street Station, folks. This will be your stop for the main entrance to Disneyland, the main entrance to Disney California Adventure, the downtown Disney District, and of course, Main Street USA. Please remain seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop. Riders to myself or the front conductor step off of the station and onto the platform. For those of you with strollers and or wheelchairs, we ask that you please use the folders until you reach the exit gate and reach the bottom of the steps of the station, as there are no ramps at this station, only stairs. For those of you who joined us for our first Grand Circle Tour of the morning, thank you so much for joining us. We hope to see you again later today. Thank you, folks.